So here's the moment I've been waiting for. This is the Gear S smartwatch. It runs with its own SIM, nano SIM, which I can take out of the middle of these. And it is independent of a smartphone except for downloading apps. It can make its own calls, it's got its own Wi-Fi, GPS, navigation apps, etc. So I have had this on charge for about 40 minutes and it has come up from 68% to 98%. So just under 1% per minute, which would lead you to believe it would charge to full in around 2 hours from completely flat. So a nice fast charge rate on that. It's only a small battery. Hopefully it only has a small power consumption and that battery will last a long while. We'll give you an idea of that later. So I'm going to remove it from its charging cradle, pop the SIM card in and give it its first boot. So despite the temptation to do otherwise, I've waited until the battery is 100% charged because they say you must do that before you use it and it should ensure a good long battery life. Right, let's do this. Let's get the back off, put the SIM in and go. Right, I'm going to disconnect the charging cradle, which should carry on charging by itself. As you can see, the red light is on there and it is taking a charge. It's got its own lithium battery, as we've mentioned before. And we'll peel the plastic off and see the beauty of this very large wearable device. So there it is. I haven't booted it yet. I'm going to put the SIM in first. Now there's the SIM slot on the back. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Let's just get that open. So this has a very similar buckle strap to the Gear 2 Neo, which I like very much indeed. I prefer it to the Gear Live, which is the Android Wear version. It seems to me to be a better quality product. Now that's going to take my nails off if I try and open that as it is, so I'll have to use a sharp object. Much as I don't like doing this, we'll just pop a knife in there and flip the SIM slot open. So there's the SIM slot. So there's the nano SIM, and what you do is you put it in the holder like this. It presses into the back of the holder there, and then you insert that back into the phone, like so. And now it has its SIM in. Okay, it's time to boot for the first time. Hold the button down on the front, and here we go. Very similar to the Gear 2 Neo, which, okay, so there's a slight difference here. So we have to install Samsung Gear on our mobile device. I do believe I've already done that. Let's just have a check here on the note. That's the Gear app. Well, I've been told I need an update. So we'll update. Always updates coming through for this. Okay, so here's the Gear app in its latest form, which it asked us to download, and I click search for new devices, and it should pick up, here's the Gear S straight away. So if I tap on that, and it will end the connection with the Gear 2 Neo, which I have happily been wearing for 3 or 4 months. And I have to confirm a passkey, which comes up on here. I'll just say OK and OK for both. And here we are, it's connecting. And yet again installing some more software. Seems to be a recurrent theme here. Another end user license agreement. Accept that. Okay, here we go. Welcome. Tap the button below to learn how to use your Gear. So swipe right to view notifications. Swipe left to go back to the clock. Swipe left to view the widgets. Swipe right to go back to the clock. Swipe bottom edge up to view apps on the clock. Swipe the top edge down to go back. Swipe the top edge down to see indicator icons on the clock. That's it. Okay, so there's more features and swipes than we had on the other version of Tizen on the Gear 2. So use mobile networks is set to auto turn on off. You will not be able to receive calls made to your Gear phone number while your Gear is connected to your mobile device via Bluetooth. Set the call forwarding option as Gear to mobile. Okay, we'll have a look at that. We'll look at that beautiful screen. That really is quite stunning. High resolution screen. And here you have at the top the battery showing full pretty much. Step counter on the left. Date and day on the right. Notifications popping up pretty quickly. And a list here of notifications. So will that give us the date? No, it gives us today's events. It's already picked up all my phone book contacts from my phone without me having to do anything. So it's ready to go the minute you switch it on and sync it to the phone. Well, we're going to see how this works and how well it can be used as a keyboard. I'm going to send a couple of text messages. Let's see what that's like. I'll put it on my wrist because that's the way it's going to be worn. So not only have I sent that message, but I've also received it back onto the watch because it's paired by Bluetooth. That's very strange. Very, very strange. There's the speaker on it. Turn the volume right up. Quite a decent volume level actually out of that. Not the best sound quality, but then it's a watch, not a hi-fi device. I use the media controller on mine quite a lot actually to play music through my phone through a Bluetooth speaker while I'm out in the wet or having a shower or something like that where I can't actually take my phone in with me, so quite useful for that. 2 notifications there, and they've come from my service provider. There we go. So let's do what they suggest, turn it off and on again, and I'll be able to use my watch with the SIM card that's in. Restart. See how quickly it boots. "15 seconds. That's pretty quick. It's a dual core device this, it should be quite spry. It seems to be a very lively device, it doesn't seem to have any lag at all. Nice bright display, very quick response, no delays at all. Let's see how my heart rate is. So excited to have this watch. It's probably higher than normal. There we go. Okay, that works just fine. 30 steps, massive. What's the UV like today? Very low, I should imagine. Very, very low. We're in November in the south of England. It's hardly renowned for its sunshine at winter time. Very low, yes. There we go. Back. So swipe up for apps. It's an improvement on the previous version of Tizen. Seems to be very much better. It's installed a couple of my apps. I need to sync it with my phone and install the rest. But it does seem to have synced my entire contact list. Yeah, thousands of people here. So yeah, very good. It's looking forward to running this for a few days and seeing how I get on with it. Well, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in comments and I'll try and get back to you with the answers.